Hello, I am Mr. P.J. Patil, working as a lecturer in Sharad Institute of Technology. Today I am going to discuss about hardness measurement on Brinell hardness tester and Rockwell hardness tester, which is in the course Mechanical Engineering Materials. So basically, what is hardness? Hardness is the resistance of the material to deformation, indentation or penetration. Means if a material is having higher hardness, it cannot be deformed, it cannot be indented, or there will not be any penetration into the material. Deformation and penetrations you can easily understood, but what is indentation? Indentation is the impression created by the material on the specimen. So if you consider this is a steel ball as a material which is having higher hardness than this material, and if you press this material against this, there will be a cavity generated which is called as a indentation. So hardness is not necessarily an indication of strength, although for some materials such as steel, harder the steel, it is a stronger. Measure of material's ability to resist surface indentation or scratching, which will be considered as a definition for hardness. A difficult property to describe in terms of first principles value depends greatly on method of testing and different testing methods, different scales and values. So in hardness, tests can provide information from which many important mechanical properties can be derived. Since the hardness test can be conducted easily and quickly, they are very popular in industry. These are used to control processing and for inspection and acceptance of material and component. Okay, so there are different methods for hardness test like Brinell hardness test, Rockwell hardness test and Vickers hardness test. But from the course we are just going to discuss Brinell hardness test and Rockwell hardness test. So first of all, Brinell hardness testing machine. So these two figures are used, these two machines are used for Brinell hardness testing. This is a manual process and this is a automatic process. Okay, here we have to apply the load manually. Here you can just select the load on the monitor and it will automatically apply the load and will give directly the reading of hardness. So this is the figure of Brinell hardness tester. So basically this is a frame, this is the lever which is used to engage the load, this is a microscope, this is a indenter. Okay, a ball indenter is used mostly of 10 mm, this is a anvil, this is a elevating screw, this is a hand wheel. This setup is used to raise the workpiece towards the indenter, and on the back side there is a hanger with loads. So as per the material and its application, we can apply the load and measure the hardness. By rotating this hand wheel, the anvil can be raised in upward direction in order to take the workpiece towards indenter. In Brinell method, it has a test load of range 1 to 300 kgf. It is an optical method. This means that the size of indentation left by the indenter is measured to determine the hardness value of the test specimen. Means if you observe this figure here, this is a steel ball which is a indenter in case of Brinell, and the indentions that has been generated, the diameter of this indentation is measured in order to measure the hardness of this material. Then indenter shape and material. The indenter is a tungsten carbide metal ball with a diameter of 1, 2.5, 5 or 10 mm. Mostly 5 or 10 mm balls are employed for testing or for experiment in industries depending upon the specific Brinell method. The surface of the test specimen must be either machined, ground, lapped or polished. This is the requirement, or it considered as a test procedure. Set the machine to the required stage of the test load. Choose the indenter to be used and fasten it to the machine. Okay. So, discussing this, first we have to engage the indenter. This is the indenter which is to be engaged here. Okay. This can be changed, and different types of indenter, that is 1 mm ball, 2.5 mm ball or 5 mm ball or 10 mm ball can be used as per the application. So, first you have to replace the indenter and then go for next place, that is the specimen on the test table, and apply the minor load of 10 kgf on it by turning the hand wheel and bringing both the pointers on the dial gauge to the set position. Okay. So, here first place the workpiece on this anvil and raise the anvil towards the indenter by using this hand wheel. Once the surface touch to the indenter, then minor load is applied by means of this hand wheel. Then apply the major load, remaining part of the test load on the specimen by turning the loading lever backward. Okay. So, this is a lever which is used to apply the major load, means this total load is applied on the specimen. Once you revert it to backward, it will apply the load. Maintain the load on the specimen exactly for the specific dwell time, that is 15 seconds mostly, and then release it by turning the loading lever forward. So, keep the lever on the backward position for 15 seconds, that is, it is considered as dwell time and it is usually 15 seconds, and after 15 seconds pull the lever forward. So, it will unload the material. Take out the specimen and measure the diameter of the indentation formed on it by using Brinell microscope. So, this is a process which is actually happens in Brinell hardness test. After removing the load, you will get the indentation. This is the indentation, and after removing the load, you have to measure this indentation. Okay. Initially, you have to touch the specimen. This is a specimen to the indenter ball. First, you have to apply the minor load and then major load. Then, what will produce? Indentation will be produced. This is the diameter. Small d is the indentation diameter. Capital D is the ball diameter. Calculation of the formula for Brinell hardness number measurement is BHN is equal to P divided by pi d by 2 into d minus under root d square minus small d square, okay, which is again equal to pi dt. Okay. So, P is the total load applied, capital D is the diameter of ball in mm, small d is the diameter of indentation, and T is the depth of impression. You may either calculate either depth of indentation or you can go with this formula. Limitations: sample must be 10 times thicker than the indentation depth. Sample usually should be at least 3 by 8 inch thick. Test is most accurate if the indentation depth is 2.5 to 5.0 mm. Test fails if Brinell hardness number is greater than 650, means maximum hardness that can be measured by using Brinell accurately is 650 BHL. Next hardness testing machine is Rockwell hardness tester. In Rockwell hardness testing, it is similar to Brinell, but without using ball type. Here we can use either diamond shaped indenter or ball type indenter. In the industry, it has become a practice to understood the hardness as the indentation hardness only unless otherwise specified. The Rockwell hardness test is probably the most widely used method of hardness testing. It is developed with the depth of penetration as the criteria for hardness of the metal. Rockwell hardness test differs from Brinell hardness test is that the hardness is determined from depth of indentation made by the indenter under the constant load. Various types of indenters may be used in Rockwell hardness test: diamond indenter and steel ball indenter of diameter 1/16 inch, 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. In this test, the indenter is pressed into the specimen surface under an initial minor load followed by the major load. So, this is the figure. This is the automatic machine which is used for measuring the hardness. Here, having same construction like in Brinell, this is a elevating screw, this is a end wheel, this is a hand wheel, and this is a frame. Here you can adjust the load, and here you can select the scale. There will be a scale mark over this frame. This is a plate which will denote the scale and its application. So initially you have to touch the specimen to the diamond indenter, then minor load is applied. The minor load is generally for 10 kg, and then major load is applied, which is maybe 100 or 150 kg or 300 kg. Rockwell hardness test. So two types of indenters, that is ball type indenter and diamond shaped indenter. So this is the depth of impression which is required to measure the hardness in Rockwell. So different scale plates used in Rockwell hardness test is as shown in the figure. These are the scale symbols. This is the indenter and this is the load. Okay. For scale A, applications are shown here. For B, for C, likewise. As per the scale, you have to select the indenter type and select the load from this chart. Rockwell hardness test method is measured by the depth of penetration of indenter. The depth of penetration is inversely proportional to the hardness. That means more the hardness, low will be the penetration or indentation. Both ball or diamond cone types of indenters are used in this test. So this is a diamond cone, or you can call it as a braille. The scales used for this are A, D, C, A scale, D scale, C scale. 1/16 inch ball is used for F, B and G scale, and 1/8 inch ball diameter is used for E scale. This is the formula for calculating the hardness. You just put HR and next third word is a scale. If it is a then it is a scale, measured from A scale. If it is a C, it is measured from C scale. It is B, it is measured from B scale. For ACD, the formula for hardness is HRC is equal to 100 minus indentation depth caused by major load divided by 0.002, and for HRB it is 130 minus indentation depth caused by major load divided by 0.002. So, load levels and indenters sizes from Rockwell hardness test are as shown in this table. Generally normal scale, here these are the different scales. This is a diamond indenter, this is ball indenter. Generally minor load is constant, that is 10 kg. Major load vary 100, 150, 60 to 130. So coefficients in Rockwell, that is C1 minus C2 into delta T. C1 values are these and C2 values are these. Thank you.